Going to call this meeting of Parks and Rec Committee to order at 6:41. Date today is February 13th, 2020, or May 13th, 2025. We only had a couple of things to talk about. The first thing is I got a note from Court Foregrave, somebody with the Little League, I believe. Some of the fences over there, let me see here. Let me double check this text, make sure I got it right. They're with the Youth League, and some of the fences over there at Polley Park got messed up in a storm. Must have been, I got this on Wednesday the 30th, so it must have been Tuesday the 29th. And some of us were thinking that we might be able to take the money that we had set aside for fences at the Frank property that we are not going to get now and go ahead and permanently repair the fences there at Polley Field, and maybe even take a look at the pavilion over there. Looks like the metal is getting blown off of it left and right. I walk by there almost 2 or 3 times a week. It seems like it's getting blown off of there too. And if we already had that sitting there to do something that isn't going to happen at this point, we know that stated at the podium there. We were thinking about trying to move forward and get some of those fences squared away. Maybe looking at that pavilion, because the kids are going to be there. They're going to be playing next year and the year after that. So if we got it, we might as well take care of it.
I'm fine with that.
So
Yes, sir.
a tree fell on the fence on the side there.
Okay.
The guys got cut off. They say it needs one post. It's like a post
Oh,
just
is that
disappeared. We've got some back there. We've already talked about it.
Okay.
The second one is that they talked about that got messed up in the storm was the backstop on the field that they put on the football field. I don't know how permanent we want to make it.
No. All right.
So that's what one of them, because they were fiberglass poles and they broke.
Okay.
So I don't know how permanent we want to go about putting
Gotcha.
work since it's there on the football field. And then the pavilion, you talking about the one in the back?
Yeah.
That's an up in the air thing. You're new to it. Devin's dealt with it.
I'm new to it as well. So
Yeah,
anything I could do, you can tell me.
So what they were doing was gonna put in batting cages.
Gotcha.
It's got something to do with floodplain. We've all had this talk where it's in the floodway back there, you can't close it. So it's kind of got to stop. The league's the one who put all the metal up.
Okay.
That was all them.
I was just worried. I would thought it had blown away when I looked at it.
I've seen it down there, and I said something, and CJ, who works back in the utility department, is down there all the time with his boys, and yeah, as far as the fence, me and CJ's already discussed it, and we've got some stuff back there that'll work
So we think we got it under
to
control.
fix it. Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
If it was storm damage, is it covered under insurance?
I don't know that so the one was covered. We don't need to turn it in where the tree fell on the fence. Because all it needs is, they got it cut off, got the fence back up. It's just like one post is missing, and we've got some in the lean-to. We just haven't had time to get down there.
Okay.
And then as far as the backstop, that happened over winter. And I don't know if it's ice buildup on it or something, and whether it's just fiberglass poles, the weight. Not real sure what happened as far as that goes.
Okay.
But they broke, but that kind of puts us, like I said, how permanent
how
we want to
permanent,
make
yeah, if
it
it already
since
broke.
it's on the football field.
Gotcha. All right. No, I just thought that it was more, I thought that whenever I read that, I thought that there must have been a few, you know what I mean, a little bit up and down. So if you guys already got it under control,
And then with the building back there,
it's up in the air.
that's, I mean, Devin could touch on that more. There's been a lot of discussion.
It's just probably hard to work on where it's.
And changing, it's kind of like the street department back here, changing the use of it, where it was an open pavilion and enclosing it, put batting cages in it, and it's in the floodway.
Sounds like we should be able to get right to the bottom of it.
I tried talking into putting it in the old pool house, because the girls, the locker rooms on what would have been the girls' side, there's nothing in there. So that would have been a perfect place to put batting cages, because there's nothing over.
So, Mr. Taylor.
I was actually at the park this afternoon, and I noticed that the old pool building, which would be the south side facing the old tennis courts, those old glass blocks that we put in there, their windows are all busted out. So they've been
So we fixed all the front.
Yeah,
Those were still in there.
yeah. And last time I had been down there, they were fine, but it looks like they've been literally knocking each of the blocks out and destroying them. So I just noticed it today. I don't know if anybody else had noticed them, so I thought I'd mention it. So.
Do we have cameras down there?
No, but I think cameras in the park and probably
There
the
are
square,
cameras.
are there?
There are. And
I wouldn't make a pixel. Are they like?
3 years ago, they're on, but like 3 years ago, a former employee, when they left, everybody lost access to them. We're not sure what happened. A couple months ago, I tried to contact people. They haven't called me back yet. Because we used to be able, you could pull it up on your phone and look at them any time of the night, day, night. There are one, two, three.
Seems like the access code information would be property of the city, wouldn't it, Mr. Holmes?
He may have a better chance of getting it, being the city manager.
Seems like they.
I'll get with you in the morning.
What company?
I've got it written down back tomorrow,
Okay.
so I'll get with you
Alright.
in the morning. But, there's, I believe, 6 cameras on there.
Cameras in the park and the square would cut down like half of the run the police have to do. Like it really would. It's like you watch it just from sitting right there. What's the next thing that we were looking? Did anybody else have anything on the parks, the fences? Sorry, I didn't mean to move on that quickly.
Do you know exactly how much money had been?
I have no idea yet. I honestly was gonna ask you if you would mind looking into that on finance committee, if there was already, there's, the way it was explained to me, there was already some set aside for the fencing for the front stuff. So that's what I was going off of. If that's not true, then my underlying assumptions.
We can find that out.
All right,
So I wasn't gonna say anything, but now that we're gonna talk about it, so talking about the Frank property and the cameras at the park, I have a public record request that still hasn't been answered from several years ago. Of the camera on the flagpole, actually, with the access to that, you have the ability to maneuver that camera to see different angles of the park. And it was posted on Facebook, and I have a screenshot of it, and I put a public record request in. I have the state stamped, because that camera was taken and zoomed in on a former city manager's property from the park and put on Facebook,
so it seems
and
like somebody's used it.
and I put in a public record request for who had access on that particular day, who was logged in on that particular day. And I still have not received that.
And not everybody had access to it.
Not everybody had access.
Because
to
I
that.
couldn't move it from one. I could see wherever it was pointing,
Probably like an
but I
admin.
couldn't move
And
it.
that's a former city employee too, that's no longer here, so.
Yeah, it definitely seems like, I mean, the account belongs to the city. It doesn't belong to an individual, and the information
Correct.
related to that account belongs to the account, so it's our property.
You guys were part of that, weren't you? The project.
I mean, we could hire some, I mean,
But
it would be
the-
illegal to hire somebody to break it, like to get into it.
Yeah, we were involved with the grant and wrote the plans and specs to have it installed.
Because all the lights down there, the new lights can be adjusted. I've got the app on my phone. I go down there and set what time they kick on, what time they kick off, the brightness of them.
I feel like Mr. Holmes will probably get a lot further than we will on that.
I'll take care of it.
All right. What was the next thing?
Rates.
Pool rates. We had some, notes come in from the pool manager that wanted some adjustments to the pool rates. We handed those off to Mr. Holmes last night, and after he took a look at them, he said he thinks that we're probably good to go on all of the changes. So I think that's the way we're gonna go moving forward. So that was a simple one to solve there. Do you have any questions?
Okay, so are you saying that you're going to allow the third head lifeguard? Okay, because council will have to take care of that because of the
Okay.
Staff.
staffing.
I'll send it to council. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to
That's
take
all
that.
No, that's okay. Yeah, you didn't know.
All right.
You didn't know.
I would hate to have you not be sorry. So, let's see here. I think that's all we had for that. And, I think that, you have any specific questions, Mr. Holmes, that we can answer for you? I've only done 2 of these meetings here, so I don't have a ton of background that I could give you.
I got one request.
Yes, sir.
Could you introduce the gentleman to your right?
Yeah, my name is Casey Cox. I'm not on council, obviously, but I just a citizen that joined the Parks and Rec board last summer.
Oh,
So,
nice to meet you.
good to meet you.
Sorry about that. I should have done that. I think that was all that Mr. Clement.
Yeah, is the pool on pace to open Memorial Weekend? Everything looking good,
We were gonna start actually filling it today.
right?
There was a little, kink thrown in that with that leak.
Yeah,
Um,
it's probably half full now with this storm.
right, as long as both tanks are filled back up in the morning, we're filling in the morning.
Okay.
If not, we're waiting until the tanks fill back up. All right. Because we lost quite a bit of water today.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what the rates are going to be, so if we're approached about it, we can answer that question?
I do not have the piece of paper in front of me, of what it's. I'm sure that we can get, that information to you, ma'am. I don't have it sitting right in front of me. I just had handwritten notes for the changes that we're gonna make. I believe that was everything we had for Parks and Rec. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if I have something. I am aware that, Mr. Tolliver, received an email from Bianca Sankar, regarding the Athens County Board of Developmental Disabilities collaboration with the city of Nelsonville, about, having, board staff, accompany individuals at the pool. I don't know if that's something that should be brought to council as a whole at this point, if that's something we could discuss. I could read, if you're not familiar with the email, I could read or pass this down to you.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
just some context there, because I've talked to Bianca, she's, they will come to council when they've got the logistics set up on their side.
Great.
They did this last year as well. Council won't have to really take any action. It's more of just an informative, for council and for the city. But the city manager will, be able to work with Bianca on their needs, for the pool, to allow their constituents to be able to utilize the pool. It worked out really well last year. I think it will do the same this year. I'm guessing that they just, the logistics tends to be with just personnel and stuff like that for this season for them. So, but she said she would email back as soon as they were able to come to the council meeting and talk about it a little bit for their program. So.
Great, thank
I
you.
did see that email. I glanced over it, but the main part I saw is that it worked so well last year, are we on track to do it again? And my initial response is that if it worked well last year, then yeah, by all means, let's go ahead and do it again.
It sounds like a really worthwhile program to me. So.
Yeah, and I think that, yeah, they appreciate it probably more than we realize. So I would recommend it.
Thank you. Yeah, all I had was wondering if we needed to do anything with that.
All right, sounds good. At least we don't have to.
Okay.
You have anything, Sonia?
You two youngsters are doing a great job.
All right.
Inspired by you who came before us. All right, so I think that's gonna be the end of the meeting. I'm gonna call that at 6:55 for Parks and Rec.